Okay, so you got a newer Samsung washer and it's making a grinding noise while it's operating. So it's like it's spinning down below and it sounds like there's something on the bottom made of plastic that's spinning and not engaging like it should. That's the case we had with this one. I'm not going to do quite a step by step because I started taking it apart already to see what was going on and I verified it. Um, Thing is with these ones though, is that these ones are an entire unit to have to replace. Most of them you can get just the clutches, but looking into this, this is going to end up being an entire motor assembly replace. So let me just kind of show you real quick. Like, it's not a bad job. It's still easy. It's just a lot more steps involved. One thing is you got to start off with is taking that guy off, and you have to use a 10 millimeter. This dude is what's holding that dude down, but to get to that dude, you got to remove this dude. This dude just has the 4 pins, or 3 pins, so pushing on this one, pushing on this one. You get those two off, give it light pressure on the side, so they'll just pop right off, no problem. Shows the 10 mil. Once you remove the 10 mil, then you just got to kind of use your pick and kind of just loosen it up, lift the plate off. I don't really know what that's called. I do cars, not washing machines, but now we're doing washing machines. You take that off, then you're going to expose the bottom. And to get the bottom, then you're going to see this massive bolt that's right here. This guy. You're like, whoa, what the size bolt is that thing? This is a 36 millimeter. And what makes it more challenging, just so you guys know, this is a reverse thread bolt, which means instead of righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, this is righty-loosey, lefty-tighty. So it's reverse threads. So you have to go this way to break it loose. Confusing. All right, either way, I use an impact for that one with a 36 millimeter socket. I've used a 10 millimeter to get that off, and then a pick, to get that thing off. Now we've gotten all the top parts off, so now we're going to work on going from below. Okay, so now we are below. I've already started taking it off. I'm going to get all this vacuumed out because that's terrible looking. I know it looks intimidating to see all this. This is not that bad. Usually you just is connected by now, but I'm at the decaf point. You can see the problem that these right here, the clutches and little plastic clutches, start failing, start slipping, causing issues. This model, you couldn't get this part to replace. You had to replace the whole thing. It was about $80 on Amazon. So you did everything on top. To get to this thing down here, you're like, oh, what is this? So this is the little electric magnetism thingy that does the flux capacitor stuff. But to get to that, you have a bracket to remove, which is 2 10 millimeters. And then after you get those 2 10 millimeters out, you got to push in on the bracket to get it to release because it has 2 little clips sitting up here. Okay. Then after you do that, you're going to see this thingy. Now this thingy also... You ready? Alright, tools that I use for this job. 10 millimeter, sledgehammer. I don't think I used the 8. Pick, 17 millimeter, 18 millimeter, deep 17 millimeter, and a deep 36 millimeter socket. I use that for the impact to take off the bolt that goes up here. And then the hammer, I'll show you right now. So the hammer I had to use, and I had to get the beans to get this part off. This is the part that runs through the old motor. So you got to get it back up. I just sprayed it down with some WD to try to make it nice and clean and get it out. And yeah, I had to hit it pretty hard. But so now that that is out, we are ready to start installing the new one. Now that I got the washer popped up, get down here, clean everything up a bit because it was bad down here. But as you can see, I had to hit it pretty hard to get it to come loose and knock out. And looking by how nasty all that stuff is anyway, I say it was probably a good time to replace it anyway, because that's gross. That's real gross. Either way, so this is what it looks like now. This is the old one. Okay. So what happens is this little clutch down here fails. The plastic gears start slipping, and when this thing would operate, do this one-handed, other way, this thing would operate and go out, it would push out, but then get stuck. The spring would pull it back in. And when that's happening, now these little gears up here are slipping. Let me get the light on it, sorry. Boom. You see little gears up here will start slipping, and this thing will make a da-da-da-da, 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 as it was going back and forth, really annoying noise. And it got louder and louder to the point where I couldn't take it anymore. So now we're replacing it. But instead of buying a brand new $1,300 washer, whatever these stupid things are going for now, just to have the same problem again probably in 2 years, we're just going to replace the motor itself. I got the motor off of Amazon. Well, not the motor, the whole clutch assembly off of Amazon for 86 bucks. So let's see if this fixes it and goes from there. So I'm gonna get the new one installed and clean that out a little bit more because gross. And yeah, go from there. All right, now we got the new motor on. Got these 10mm bolts, 6 on each side. I got to put this thing back on. It's the same thing as taking it off. It's literally just, this is like the clutch actuator motor. Wow, I should probably face it. So we got to put this thing back on. This just goes up, goes around, and it sits just like that. Then there's a pin that goes through up here. I got to find it because I pulled it off. It went ding, and it's over here somewhere. I'm going to go grab a magnet and see if I can find it. Okay, and now, so now this is all on. So now I'm going to go up top, put the 36mm bolt back on, and then get back down here, and I'll show you guys the little tray and everything else. This was a seal that went on the top. That was connected to the new one already. Yeah, these are very greasy, and this grease does not come off for anything. It's crazy. This, I don't remember what it does. That, I don't remember what it does. That, I don't remember what it does, but we'll get there. Oh yeah, this guy goes right here. And then there's a washer or something. I don't know. We'll get there. Get there when we get there. But yeah, so far that's where we're at. So let's get that 36mm bolted back on, and then we'll get back down here and continue the show. I don't remember where they go. All right. We're back up here. We're going to grab the washer, 36mm. The washer goes on first, and 36mm. Oh, that's right. Righty-tighty. Not this case. Lefty-tighty. Okay. An Impacto from Kawakio. Kawaki. Okay. So now we're loosening the tightening. I'm going to call that torque dispatch. Okay. So now that that's all off, let's go ahead and wipe this off real quick. Okay. We're going to run this thing with a cycle too after this, so it gets it all washed out, and then check for leaks because, you know, I don't trust stuff. Now that that's all good and tight and clean-ish. Now, throw this guy back on. This is, I guess, supposed to be the agitator, but they suck. Okay, so put this back in place. Come on, I know we're close. There it is. Boom. Spins freely. 10 millimeter that holds it down back on. This one I just use a little 1/4 inch at 10. Good and tight. Give one more quick snug real quick here. Okay, good and tight. Then the cap. This little guy. This little guy will just line up the holes. Clip, clip, wiggle, wiggle, good to go. Wipe this down. Okay, now back to the bottom. Okay, now that we're back down here. Okay. So this guy will actually come in very soon. He's the next step. We got to get the coil pack on, or the coil, it's a bunch of magnet things on here. That's going to go on next. Pretty sure that's where this one washer goes, and that's where all these guys go and hold on to. So let me get that installed, start getting that installed, and I'll show you when we get there. Okay, so now that we get this guy back on, it's 6 of these 10 millimeters. They all go up in here. You get those in place. And then you put your wiring in place, which I'm not 100% sure if I did this right, but I'm pretty sure it's in the right spot. Just a little clip, just a little clip. This one's just a little push down up here, it releases. This one's just a push on the tabs, it releases. So yeah, push down right there. See how it releases. Put that back in place. Cool, so now I'm going to torque these things down and we'll get to the next step. Okay, now this is all on. Now the next one. We're going to get over, grab this guy. That's where that little guy comes in place. Off with the old. On with the new. Then that, I'm going to go up over this. Magnetic like it does. There we go. Then we put the washer and the nut on. I don't know where they're at, so give me a minute. Okay, so we have a regular washer, a lock washer, and a nut. I believe that's an 18 millimeter nut, or 17 millimeter nut, and this is the one I also impacted in place. So let me grab my impact and get that zapped on, and then we just got the bracket that goes across, and that's where these bolts come in place. And then we're going to turn this thing on and see if I should choose a new profession. All right. Okay, now we're going to put this bracket back in. You see how there's little cutouts right there? Those little cutouts have to fit inside those little spots right there. So it just goes in like that. And over here, you just got to squeeze it. Just got to squeeze it. Give it some tough love. Oh my God. let's put you in first then. Since you have an attitude problem about it. I don't think it's per side. Maybe it is. Okay, well, there it is. And then it's just 2 bolts. This one's on the back side over here. Let me get these tightened up and then we'll test it. And we'll see if it works. Okay, we got water. So far, no drippage. Okay. So far, so good. I'll keep you guys updated, but hey, like and follow one of these guys. Always appreciate it. I hope this helps out. It was kind of last second on deciding to do this video. I hope this helps people out. Instead of us having to go and spend a lot of money getting a washer repair guy, because who knows how much this would have cost. But for 80 bucks, fix this thing ourselves. And yeah, guys, please give me a like. Talk to you soon.